Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? How's everybody today? Welcome aboard the brand new, well, new to me, Scamp. So, I need a name for this thing. Oh, it's windy out today. How's it going? What's up, Raymond? I am actually in the brand new, well, new to me, Scamp. So, let's see here. Let's see if I can't give you a little bit of a view. No, not gonna let me, is it? Nope, not gonna let me. So I figured, since I've been doing work on it today, even though I'm not on a big body of water, I'm going to sit out here and fish out of it for a little while. Out here in the old backyard pond. See what happens. We've had some decent weather here lately, so might as well see what we can't get on the line. See if anything's willing to bite. But here. There we go. Like I said, new to me, new to the channel. We're going to get out there and have some fun. Weather's supposed to be nice tomorrow, like it is today. So I think what I'm going to do is come tomorrow, we gotta go get out on a good body of water and see if we can't get something. And that'll be an edited video because I ain't quite figured out a way to mount my phone on here quite yet. But I guarantee you, once I do, y'all be going right along for the ride with me. So big things are coming. Hopefully everything goes well with it, and I figure out how to customize this thing, and we'll get to going. You know, like I said, might as well just sit out of it, right? Since we got all the time in the world today. Let's go on to HK2 Productions. Yeah, I've been called that the majority of my life. Yep, pretty much. So I figured I'd go live before I cut the video tomorrow. Go out there and try to record it. Taking out the Scamp for the first time on the channel. And seeing if we can't do something with it. But I figured I'd sit out here, throw a worm on the hook, see what I can't pull in from the old backyard. Got my oldest boy's rod and reel. It's just a little bass Scamp. It's a little Scamp. Let's see. Little 10-foot, little pontoon style. It's the one from Bass Pro. But like I said, it's new to me. It's got a foot pedal trolley motor on it that I'm putting on it. I got a bull nose for stability in the back. So these little no wake lakes, here I come. Which sometimes those are the ones you want to get into anyways. I got a cooler set up as a live well already. Got a little aerator and a cooler, so I'll fill up the live well and see what I can't bring back to the backyard pond from these private lakes that I fish on some of them. because in Mississippi it is legal to transfer fish from private lake to private lake. I just can't do public. So that's what I'm trying to do, is stock my backyard pond for my kids and take y'all along for the ride. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those deals, you know. Get out there and have a good time while doing it. Well, I appreciate that, HK. I appreciate that. Let's see. See if I can find them today. I normally can. No backyard pond, they like to school up. Yeah, I've got some big breeder bluegill in here. We've actually, which I probably should have filmed it, but I didn't because I took a hiatus. I've taken, we're trying to cull a friend of mine's lake of the small bass. So we've taken anything 12 inches and under and brought them here. And we put, so far from that lake, we put 50 bass, got two or three bluegill in there. And then we put 2 crappie, our breeder size, and I'm getting a hit. Come on back for it in the backyard pond. So I'm hoping to get some more crappie in here for sure. And then maybe I can actually do some catching cooks from the old backyard pond one day. You know. Raymond, are you a mod right now? Pretty sure I put you as a mod. If you can get rid of that, whatever that is, that link that somebody posted. Well, like I said, I figure I'd sit here and see what we can get for the next hour because I ain't got a lot of time today. I got to go get the kids. I'll get out early tomorrow and take the boat out tomorrow, and just hang out with y'all for a while. I hadn't seen you guys in a while. It's time to come back. You know, I'm gonna make some stuff happen. Although I might start targeting crappie a little bit more this year. Normally I target bass, but I may target them a little bit more just for the simple fact that I want to get them in here so they can start breeding. You know how that goes. Yeah, I've done a few of them. Didn't do too great. I guess that was back during my earlier times. So I may have not known what to do with them, which frankly, I'm doing this to have fun with, you know. Did he get my worm? He did not get my worm. All right, let's get him back out there. I had something messing with it for a minute, playing mind games. You know how these fish are with their mind games. But no, HK, if you go back, you can. There's one where I ordered 1,000 fathead minnows when we first bought this property. Ordered that and put them in here. There's one where I went to the bait shop and got a bunch of minnows as well, and let my son put them in there. And there's one where I dropped some cash on copper nose bluegill. It was 100 copper nose bluegill, 100 hybrid crappie, a 100 shell crackers, and 100 catfish. 100. Of course, they're all little bitty things. So if they're still in here, now there's a reason I say if, is because come to find out a few weeks after I put them in here, come to find out I have a 7-pound catfish in here. And I know for a fact I've got a 3.5-pound largemouth that I've put in here myself. Yeah, so if they're still around, Whew, I don't think many of them survive that, but you never know. They'll probably won't be big enough to. They probably won't be big enough to catch until probably around, I don't know, September of this year. Like I said, they're all 2.5 inches long. And if you go back to the shorts, you'll see a goldfish my son caught out of here. And when I say a goldfish, and it ain't a koi fish, it's a goldfish. It's probably that daggum long on hook and line. So there's several in here. Like I said, I'll put a bunch of bass in here. So hopefully everything starts breeding and doing well. I'm ready for this weather to warm up to be days like today all the time. You know, ready for that. What's going on, Avid? How are you? I'm over here. I ain't got much time, so I figure I'd just sit in my new toy. Check it out, Avid. Check it out. Little 10-foot bass camp. That's gonna be my new toy to play with. I'll probably start that tomorrow. That's what I'm planning on doing. The weather stays like it is. And then I got my son's little rod and reel. I figure I'd just sit back here for a little while before I got to go pick them up and see what bites and hang out with you guys. Tomorrow I'll be hopefully filming the video, and that'll be an edited one. So yeah, my new pond buggy. I need a name for this thing. You know, I need a name for it. But come to find out, there's several no wake lakes around here, and this is going to get me around just fine on it. On those, there's a couple of no outboard motor either too. Let's put a little bit more depth on here. Let's fish a little deeper, guys. What do you say? It was funny. I went to Academy earlier to pick up the worms. The guy at the checkout asked me if the worms were mine, if I brought them in. And I said, no. He said, well, I ain't ever seen these before. I picked up a thing of the Googan worms, the Googan Googies. And he said he ain't never seen them before. I said, well, you're the one who works here. How did you never see them before? How'd that work out? Let's see here. Y'all bear with me just a moment. There we go. Back to work. I heard that. Got to make that money. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Hope to see you again in the future. And if one of them big catfish in here get on here, I'm gonna have to get out of here, get out of the boat and get down and get it. And I left my net at the house too. There's a light line. Building some forklifts. I hear you. The bait snatcher. Nah, I'll leave that name for old fish snatchers. What I'll do. This is kind of cool too because it's telling me where the deepest part of my ponds are too. I extended that cork out. Now, if the wind would just die down, we'd be doing all right. Chunky, what's going on, my friend? So, Chunky, I got me a little bit. If you could take a peek real quick. You see what I'm sitting in? You see it? Maiden voyage goes out tomorrow. We're gonna take her out tomorrow for the first time. Like I said, this boat's new to me, but like I said, man, it's gonna be my new wheels on the water. New wheels on the water. That's it. So, Chuck, you been catching anything here lately? Because from what I heard, you ain't been catching nothing. No, I'm just kidding. No, we don't have catfish around here like you Potomac guys do, but we do got some decent bass out here. So, one of those things. So, Raymond, you been cooking anything good here lately? Hey, this is nice. It's a kayak seat. It's comfortable. Oh man, I can just lounge back. Yeah. Oh yeah, guys. This is the new Eternal Angler hoodie with the mask. And the back of it actually velcros. So, but it's very comfortable. Now it's not a super warm hoodie, but it's going to be good for when it's warm and you're not want to get sunburnt. I am in my backyard, Avid, fishing in my old backyard pond right now. pond I've been trying to stock for months, and been doing a pretty darn good job of it, if you ask me. Oh, where do I live at? I live in the Memphis area. There you go. Now I know what you're talking about. I live in the Memphis area, right here along the side of the Mississippi River. But I just don't have the ability to get out into the river, and I darn sure ain't going to get out into it in this little scamp. There ain't no way I'm going to get out in the Mississippi River in this thing. I mean, I could bank fish it, but there's really not a lot of good access spots that aren't overcrowded. Yeah, which I guess the Potomac's about the same way, but I mean they're loaded with monster blues out there. I don't know, man. I guess I really hadn't put the effort into trying to catch a big catfish. It's not really on my list of things to do right now. Right now, you're going to see me targeting crappie a lot more. Crappie, bass, bluegill, stuff like that. Crappie, I'm hoping to start catching in abundance to where that I could actually do some catching cooks for you guys. Yeah, Mississippi has giants further north. Like I said, where I live, there's not a whole lot of bank access. It's all woods, and it's hard to get to, and it's private land that I have to go through to get to it. So, and I don't really have the gear for that. And for me, catfishing is a little bit too slow for me. I like the action. What's going on, Jay Fox Hunter? How are you today? Something's tampering with it. My bobber's going ding 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 ding. I must be getting that John Parker syndrome where it's just going ding 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 ding. Nothing on there. What's going on, Whitewell? How are you? I'm hoping some of my crappie in here that I put in here back in the spring start biting, but I don't think they'll be big enough to bite till probably September. Ah, yeah. Ooh, go down. Yeah, I get that, Whitewell. Well, I mean, I'm in my backyard right now at the old backyard pond. Let's see here. Nope, don't do that. Let's do this. Do do do. Well, I don't remember how to change the camera around. Here we go. How's that? Can y'all see that? It's the old backyard pond. That's where I bees. They're doing some land development next door to us. So come on. All right, there we go. They're doing some land development next door to us, so all the rain runoff, well, guess where it landed? In my backyard pond. It was crazy. Back in the spring I had it clear, just dyed it a nice blue color, just doing things that you want to do with your backyard pond. Well, right after I dyed it, about a week later, a big rain came through. Well, people this way didn't put silk nets up. Hence that they got mud all in my shed, everything else. And then, of course, I called the Environmental Protection Agency, and they say there's nothing we can do. even though they ruined my shop. You know, so great neighbors I have. God love them. Yeah, I've got bass in here. In fact, we've been culling a buddy of mine's lake for the small bass. I said, well, you know, if we're going to cull there, I don't have any bass in this one. I might as well bring them here. So we've actually brought in 50 bass so far out of that lake and put them in here. And I've got 2 crappie in here, but they're breeder size. The hybrid crappie are all this big, but after I put them in there, I realized I had about 7-pound catfish in here. Yeah, I don't think the hybrid crappie or the copper nose bluegill or the shell crackers that I put in here are going to survive, other than the ones that I caught in their breeder size. Good morning, Sandy Toes. Is there a cold beer in your hand too? No, it wasn't. So until they get done developing, my pond's going to look like chocolate milk. I've done accepted that, unfortunately. But what can you say when you have great neighbors like I do? Having some breakfast. Where are you at, Sandy Toes? What part of the world do you come from? I want to bet it's no, maybe not Australia. Maybe. Well, no, it'd be about 4 a.m. in Australia, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. So I was right. It was Australia. I was wrong on the time. Yeah, that's one place I've always wanted to go. Aquatic biologist. I'll have to check them out. I'll have to. I know in a couple of weeks we're going to have a fountain out here, so that's going to help with aeration. The homeowner before us had a bunch of lilies here, or is it lily? No, it's iris. I think iris here, and we're trying to get those cleared out because they take over. Yeah, I've wanted to go to Australia since I was a kid, and in fact, in Boy Scouts growing up, we have there's a merit badge called Citizenship in the World. And one of the requirements was to mail a letter to a foreign country asking about that country. So I mailed mine to Australia, asking about places to visit in Australia, and I got a bunch of pamphlets back from Australia. It's pretty cool. Um, but I've always wanted to go since I was a kid there. And then now that I've seen, if you ever heard of John B, he did a series in Australia. He's a YouTuber. Did a series there, and I've been wanting to go ever since I saw that too. So maybe one day in about 30 years, you know, when I retire and don't work for a living anymore, and or who knows, YouTube may take me there. You never know. But it's one of those things. It's bucket list place that I'll probably, unfortunately, never get to go to. Are they lightening up with the lockdowns down there? Because the only thing we hear is from what we hear on the news, and the news don't really tell you anything anymore. Yeah, I've learned that too. Never say never, but let's put it this way: I'm not going to hold my breath for it. All right, y'all. Where y'all at? Somebody's bound to bite today. Feels good enough. Big Jewfish? Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up. I've never heard of that. That must be an Australian native fish. That's another thing that fascinates me too is the fish that are across the world that we don't have, or the fish that take it easy, white whale, or the fish that we do have that are similar to fish across the world. And the different names they have for them. Goliath grouper. Yeah, we got those here. Well, not here, but in the United States. We got them down on the coast. I always wondered what it would be like to have a Goliath grouper as a pet. Where have I been at? Doing dad stuff, man. Doing dad stuff. Brian, back in, what was it, September? Um, my oldest son joined Cub Scouts. So doing that with him, and now I've become the Cub Master. So I'm teaching the kids and whatnot. So I've been really busy between work and Cub Scouts and whatnot. Tomorrow I'm gonna go take out the new toy. Check it out, the new toy. Got me a little scamp, man. Got a foot control trolley motor to go on it, so I can just sit there and go, have a good time. And tomorrow I'm gonna try to film a video. Won't be live, but we'll see what happens. I might go live out there for a little while. I'm just worried about losing my phone in the water because I hadn't quite got a mounting system yet. Um, if you know of any mounting systems, let me know, Brian, because I am definitely looking into them as well because I'm going to need it for this. If I can get a mounting system for my phone and a mounting system for my GoPro, I'll be able to go live and film at the same time out there. But that's where I've been. Been doing dad stuff, man. You know, I don't do this for a full time job, so sometimes other things take priority. What's going on, living MN? What is going on? Yeah, I'm just at the backyard pond today, Brian. Like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna try to do a full try to get out there and catch some fish while we got a warm front and it feels good. And see if they'll be out feeding tomorrow. But that will be me getting out a little earlier than what it is now because I've got to go get my kids here in a little while. But I did some work on the trailer today. That'll be a part of that video. I lowered down the pontoon runners, and that'll be a little bit of that video, probably the beginning of the video, and then we'll go out and fish tomorrow and hopefully finish the video tomorrow. I think what you're going to see, hopefully, is a lot more cleaner edits than before. I'm going to take my time more instead of going out and filming and editing and putting it out that day. So it'll be less footage, but hopefully better footage, if you understand where I'm going or what I'm going for. Got to get that B-roll in there, you know, all the good stuff. Get away from that. Thank you. I got a pipe right out here from the previous homeowner. What he used to do is drain the water out of the pond and put it into his koi pond that he had up by the house. So to keep his koi fish alive. Yep, living in that's kind of where I'm going for. You know, I came in, and when I first started, it was go 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 go. Had to get one out every day, and then I started to realize, no, you don't have to be every day. You know, hopefully something bites for y'all here before long, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that. What's going on, Gray Wolf? Fish Smack, how are you? Oh man, I am doing just fine. Like I said, I've been out doing dad stuff for the past few months. So now it's time for me to get back into doing what I love to do. And that's putting out content for you guys. And like I said, I'm going to try to make it a little bit better. Try to take some turns with the channel, you know. Like I said, it'll be a less amount, but the quality hopefully will be better. Instead of filming one day, I may film 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. Who knows? Yeah, of course, every so often I'll go live and just hang out with you guys because that's part of it too. That's part I enjoy, is being able to hang out with y'all as well. Got a bunch of good people. Yeah, being a dad should always be number one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, right now I've taken over Cub Master for my son's Cub Scout pack, and we're trying to get it going. COVID hit scouting pretty hard, man. Numbers are down because of it. So we're trying to build it back up and get it back to its old glory days. Hopefully one day I can sit there and look at it and it will remind me of when I was a kid. You know, because not a whole lot of people know this, but I went from Tiger to Eagle. So I went through the whole program. All right, since nothing's biting, what do you say we get out and I give you a little tour? Oh. Oh man. See, now's the time that they're going to start biting. So here we go, guys. Got a kayak style seat on it. Right up here. Right here. That's to mount the trolley motor. It's going to be a foot pedal, so I can sit there and go hands-free. Oh. Let's put y'all up here. How about that? How about that? Bring y'all down a notch, though. There we go. That's better. Now I can see y'all. No, living in, man, you know, you're right. they'll never get back to what they were. Uh, like I said, when I was going through the program, there's a lot less stuff that we couldn't do than there is now. But the reason that they can't do now is because of people like me. Like used to, when we would rappel, we would be able to bounce off the walls. Well, I didn't do this, but I know the kid who did. Where it's about a 60-foot rappelling tower, started at the top, pew, about 5 foot from the bottom where you landed. So my generation is the reason that it's all screwed up for everybody. Ooh, I cannot see my fork. That sun glare was making it where I couldn't see my bobber. So figure I'd move it. But, yeah, I've been out here today working on the trailer, getting the pontoon runners lowered down because I'm a heavy guy, and get him up when he had it all the way up. It's kind of hard for me. Yeah, that's exactly what it is living in, man. That's a big part of it. Now, I am fortunate enough that my oldest son has enough what I like to call redneck in him to get out and do some of this stuff. Right? He loves fishing. He's been hooked. He's been fishing since he was 2 years old, and he's an outdoor kid. He don't want to be on technology. At night, he'll get on his phone or not on his phone, but on his mom's phone, or he'll watch TV, or he'll get on his Nintendo Switch, whatever the heck they call it nowadays. Golly, I sound old, don't I? Whatever the heck they call it nowadays. Man, I remember when my dad used to say stuff like that. Wow. Boy, have the tides turned. But he'll get on that kind of stuff, but he'd rather be outside, which I'm fortunate enough that's kind of what I'd rather than be. He likes to camp. He likes doing all that. There we go. Now, if the wind allows me to stay over there is another question. But you would think with the warm that they'd be in the warmer water, which is the shallows right now. Hey, you know what? Raise them, do them that way. Teach them. They're gonna need it one day. That's something my dad never did with me. Dad wasn't an outdoorsy person, but he did scouting for me, right? And so he never really liked to fish, but he would go fishing because of me. Now he never hunted with me. That's something he never taught me how to do. So um, any hunting and skinning and stuff like that was self-taught, and a lot of the times it was self-taught the hard way. Yeah. See that's the way it used to be, Gray Wolf, and that's the way it should be. When the kids should be outside when the street lights go off and come back inside when they come on. That's the way I see it. They should be out playing. But the problem is nowadays in today's world, you can't let your kids run out like that. It's sad. I remember a time when I lived over a place in Memphis. Ooh, sorry. When I lived at a place in Memphis, and I could ride my bike around the block by myself when I was 5 or 6 years old, and not have to worry. Nowadays, I wouldn't walk around the block by myself at my age, around the same block. I mean, it's times changed. Things are getting worse, and the only thing I can do is raise my kids and raise them right, and hope they make the right decisions. But all you can do. All right, now what the heck was that? I had a bunch of little lines moving around my bobber, but my bobber didn't do anything. Am I too deep over there now? Which could be a good thing. That means there's bait fish for sure that are living. So yeah, I've got some bluegill in here, but it's not a huge population. I'm hoping this year they start spawning if the bass don't take them out. But I'm bringing as many as I can right now just to have that extra. Like I said, the whole goal with this pond is not to raise huge fish, but to get it to where my kids can just walk out the back door and it's boom, 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 boom. They got plenty of fish in there to catch, and you're going to catch something. That's the whole goal. If I don't get it done by the time my kids are out of the house, hopefully my grandkids will be able to do it. All right, living MM. Take it easy. Hopefully I'll get some time. I went back to my old schedule, and hopefully I'll get some time, and I'll be able to head up your way sometime. We'll see. We got to get some financial stuff taken care of first. That's another thing I want to do is I want to start traveling. I want to go see Living MM. I want to go see Pond Predator Nation. If you guys haven't heard of him, check him out. JV Outdoors. Make my way over to Brian B. and Has and all them and Anglerholics and Two Stands, so they could put me on some big catfish and teach me how to fish for them. But we'll see how it goes. I know Brian B would be, those guys out there on the Potomac and the James will be quite the haul for me. So that's I think it's about 14 to 16 hour drive for me out there. Oh yeah. Where are you at, Avid? Because I'd muchly appreciate it, but I think my big goal this year is to catch smallmouth. I've never caught smallmouth bass before, so I think that's my goal is to hunt for some smallmouth. So hopefully, and I know that Pond Predator Nation has smallmouth up his way, so that's where I'm hoping to head. Um, Maybe if my best friend, he has I think it's 17 or 18 foot aluminum Ranger now. Maybe, just maybe, one day we'll get out and head out to uh, we'll get out to Pickwick. Pickwick has a good smallmouth population. That's only about an hour and a half from here. Hour and a half, 2 hours. They aren't taught disappointment. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, they aren't. But that also has to do with the way the economy is and whatnot. Parents having to work 2 or 3 jobs each just to make it. Is what it is, I reckon. Unfortunately, I mean, I do good just to get by on the job I have. I think a lot of the big problem is that they stress college degrees so much. that all these people in my generation went out and got these degrees, and now there aren't any jobs for those degrees instead of, pushing trade schools as well. Me, I'm a welder. That's a trade. My job recently decided to do away with welding, so now I am learning to be a machinist. So now, once I get machining down, I'll have electrical, I'll have welding, I'll have some carpentry, and I'll have machining down. So I can pretty much go anywhere I want to. Go anywhere and work anywhere. This is kind of cool. I haven't had this kind of conversation yet on YouTube. I'm glad you guys are here for it, allowing me to have the conversation with you guys. It's kind of cool, guys. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's put on some more worm on there. Get them been beat and battered, and told you I had a few little hits. So, oh, how about fell over? Easy there, boy. Quit your squirming. You're squirming, worming. The neighbors next door are playing hide and seek, it looks like, and it sounds like, and their dad's over there scaring the tar out of them. Get her! Downtown Ernie Brown. Brown, Leroy Brown. Yeah, it's cool. These little worms here. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but they got, well, you can't because the sun's shining through them, but they're green. They're green. Let's see if anything will bite it now. Ernie, how are you? How's Chrissy doing? How's Miss Chrissy? I hope everybody's been doing all right since I've been gone. Let's turn it this way a little bit just in case I do catch something. So, back behind me, Ernie, because you weren't here earlier, the new toy. Check it out. The new toy. That's going to be my new ride on the water. No Wake Lakes, here I come. Here I come. See, get y'all out of that glare some. The sun ain't cooperating today, is it? Your back isn't as bad? That's good. Did you have surgery on it or something? Isn't that something I heard, or was it somebody else? Oh crap. Come on. Oh man, I had it and then it wrapped around a branch. Ah, dog it. Woo! Do I still have a worm? Yes, I do. How did that happen? Oh man. She's sneaking in. I don't have a worm anymore. Just bits and pieces of one. All right, let's put a new one on there. Dang it. Come on, where are you at? There you are. Thing I like about these Guggen worms is they're small enough to put the whole thing on a hook, so you get a lot of action out of them. They're not big old night crawlers like I normally get. Hey, Miss Chrissy. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the support you guys give. Every last bit of it. All right, let's get them back out there. Let it sit. Let it sit for a few minutes. I ain't got much longer. Might have to go get the kids here in a little while. About 30 more minutes. Yep, 30 more minutes with you guys. So. It's going to get me around. I got to figure out how to a way to mount cameras on it, though. That way I can really be hands free. Because what I want one where it's facing me. And then, of course, I have my chest on. And then I want another one where I can mount my phone so I can go live on the water as well. Yeah, that's kind of the end goal right now with this one. It's kind of where I want it to go. Must be doing some construction over there or something. Beep, 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 beep. What happened to my little catfish that used to bite out here all the time? Ooh-wee. Let me get my pliers just in case something does bite. That's my pliers on the boat. On the other side, I probably could. We got flatheads around here. That's actually, yeah, but that's really how I started fishing. Um, I used to go out and I used to bank fish all the time, man. I guess as I got older, I got more impatient about it, but I would literally sit out there from dusk until dawn and not even get a bite sometimes. You know, because but that's how it is. I've caught the biggest one I've caught was about 30 pounds. And I remember it too. We're at Enid Spillway, Lake Enid, down in Enid, Mississippi. It's about an hour from here. And me and Rob, a buddy of mine that I used to work with, would close Domino's, right? We were the closing manager, closing driver, Domino's. So as soon as we got off work, we'd head down to the spillway. Spillway's lit up. We'd fish on top of it. Man, I hooked into that jerker one night. So I'm sitting there fighting it. I'm on top of the spillway fighting it. And then I realized how big it actually was. So I'm sitting there fighting it as I try to walk down the rocks on the spillway. I get within 10 feet and snapped off. Like, you gotta be kidding me. That was the biggest fish I ever had on line. It was probably about 25, 30 pounder. I mean, he had to be at least, I don't know, 4 foot, maybe 4 foot, 5 foot long. It was big. I ain't never got another bite like that before. But yeah, it could hold some flatheads, but I've got channels in here, which is what it was when I bought the pond. And I really don't want any more catfish in here than what it is. Um, Again, it goes back to my kids. To me, catfish are risky for little kids to take off. Put it that way. You know, I want this pond to be able to be handled by my kids. What's going on off the hook? Hey, check it out. It's the brand new, the new. Got Eternal Anglers on the arms. And right here, it's Velcro there, so it keeps it up. So when you're trying to block the wind off your face or the sun off your face, and you know how sometimes those net gaiters will fall down. Well, this one keeps it snug to your head. It's comfortable. It's not that warm. So that's the good part. Is during the summer, it's still going to be nice because it's thin material to keep the sun off of you. Well, I don't know if y'all have that problem up there, you know, but down here we have that problem for sure. We'll burn. We burn here. But it's comfy. It's super comfortable. I'll have it on tomorrow because it's still a little cool out here, but it's warm enough to take out the new. Ta-da! Check it out. So no wake lakes, here I come. I got a foot pedal trolley motor that goes on it. Batteries in the house charging up right now, ready for the morning. So like I was telling them earlier, hopefully I'll put out some more content, but it's going to be fewer and farther between because I'm going to work more on the quality of it as opposed to the quantity like I first started. So if I get some quality videos out there is what I'm going for. No, I think they only have them in the white right now. So off the hook, if you're a mod, you can drop your link for it. I don't care. I don't have one of the affiliate links right now. I told them I had no interest in it. So I'm here just to enjoy it, have a good time. So I got a couple shirts too to go with it. I got 3 shirts as well. Got the new Pro Staff one. Then I got this one, if y'all could see it. That one. Uh, let's see here. Huh. It's not letting me give you a wrench for some reason. I have to go back and do it later on tonight when I'm on the computer. So next time, at least until I decide to do the affiliate. But yeah, you guys can go check out Eternal Anglers LLC. Go like them on Facebook for me, would you? That'll really help out. Boy, Dove, if it was season, you'd be a dead dove. And in my belly, dove flew over. All right, Ernie. All right, maybe something will bite there. I just ain't had no luck today. I thought I would. But tomorrow, where I'm going, I know where they at. I'm going to light them up. I hope. You know how fishing is. I hope. Yeah, I wasn't pulling up when I went over to the YouTube side. I have to do it on the yeah, I have to do it on the YouTube side of it. Can't do it on the StreamYard. Try it again. There we go. I got it that time. I had to turn my phone the other way to get it to do it. Hey, gummit. The sun blinded me. I cast in the wrong spot. There you go. No, they finally gave us codes. All right, I have to check into that because that's what I was wanting is a way to track how many people are going in from each one of us. I have to talk to Jeff about that. I didn't know they gave us codes finally. And once things settle down off the hook, I want to try to get everybody together and do some podcast style stuff. That's what I want to end up trying to do. It's what I wanted to do on this channel. It's a podcast, but right now time is just not to my advantage. You know, time's not good to me right now. Not a whole lot of it, too little of it. Try to get Nick and Chris and Jeff and yourself and probably Sunfish King all in it together. Get some of the others coming in and out. Be fun. We can sit there and talk fishing. The podcast would be called The Lies because all of it's going to be fisherman tales. Oh, there's that stupid bird. I know y'all can't see it, but right there in that corner, there's a blue heron. He's my arch nemesis. I want him gone. I want him gone. Gone, gone. He's eating my fish. Yeah, and then you're talking about coordinate with other people too. They got to have the time as well. Yeah, it would. It'd be good exposure for everybody too. Have Eternal Anglers actually promote it. You know, hell, maybe even talk to Nick about doing it on the Eternal Anglers YouTube page. That'd be cool. About 15 more minutes, guys. And I got to go get the little ones. I need to get to the point. I need to get big enough for a community post is what I need. What is that, 500 now is community post? Or is it 1,000 still? Yeah. The real story, REEL, or real talk. That's probably already taken. Who knows? Crazy. I see all this movement on the top of the water, but I see nothing biting me. I'm sitting right in there. Right there in that shadow is where I'm sitting. On the edge of it, almost. It's slowly drifting this way. All right. All right, Ted. You have a good one. Come on. All I wanted to go is bloop, bloop, bloop. That's all we need. So bloop, 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 bloop. That's all anyone ever needs. Bloop, 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 bloop. That bird's done moved again. I need to look at the legality of it. I need somebody to remove it. No, I ain't gonna do that. He's a pretty bird. I just don't like that he eats my fish. At least my little ones that I want to grow. Yeah, I'll get there eventually of it. You gotta realize I've been gone for 5 months, basically. You know, I'll pop back in here and there, but like I said, I've been doing dad stuff for the past 5 months. I am in no rush, put it that way. I don't see how that bird sees in this muddy water, but hey, they must got better vision than we do, that's for sure. I do know this summer I'm going to be on a quest to take some of the turtles out of here for sure too. I appreciate it, man. Hey, you're making too much noise over there. Stop. I don't want to hear none of that. Quit giving me lip. Is your name Tony or something? Birds over there scaring my fish off and making too much noise. What's going on down east? How are you today? Hey, quit eating my little fish. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Me and this bird about to fight. Blue herons. Can't live with them, can't live without them. You know, I should text my wife and see if she can get the kids and tell her that I don't want to unhook the boat. The new fishing mobile. Yeah, I ought to pack my lunch tomorrow so I can just eat on the water. Like I said, tomorrow I might go live on the water if I feel comfortable enough with my phone being in the boat and whatnot. And but if I do, it won't be for very long. It's going to be one of the days I'm going to focus on getting video content as opposed to live. As opposed to live. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy my live content, but I really do enjoy editing videos. That's kind of become my new passion, you know. I guess that comes with the territory. Although I do know a lot of YouTubers out there that hate editing videos. They're like, "Oh, it's the worst." I don't know. I sit back and enjoy it. Come on, something bite, just one. That's all I want. Let me know you're still there. Sorry about that, guys. Right on cue, my wife calls. So, but as for today, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. That's it for today. I've got to go and get the little ones, and then tomorrow it's time to throw down. And we'll try to see if we can't do something and make something happen for you guys. And like I said, it may take a couple weeks for me to get the video edited and posted because I may actually go out 2 or 3 times. I'm going to start going for quality over quantity now. Um, try to make it as enjoyable as I can and as entertaining as I can. But as for now, I have to go get the little ones. So, guys, remember, when the sun's out, lines out, keep fishing, whatever it takes. Peace.